Oh my god, this is a antique. Welcome back to DIY Cheap Daily. Today I'm going to replace the toilet because it start having crack and it's leaking right there. It's so old, so the crack seems to be around here and then here. So first of all, before you replace it, make sure it's 12 inch over here so you can buy the same toilet, and shut off the water and empty out all the water right here. And as you can see, the tube bowl is also corroded, so it's about time for a new toilet. So please stay tuned. Okay, this is a new toilet, and it's Kohler, and it's about 30 feet deep. It's also 30 feet high, and about 19-20 inch wide. So just in case you don't have a truck, you need to move it with a sedan. So this is the measurement. So it's 30. 30. 19.5. This is how it looks like when it comes in. So the toilet seat is sitting there. However, it's still banging against the toilet. But luckily it's plastic, so it's not heavy. And the top is sitting on this side. So after you shut off the water, make sure there's no water coming out by flushing the toilet, and confirm there's no water, just in case your control valve is not really tight and start leaking. And the second thing is make sure your measurement is the same as your new toilet. Mine is 12 inch, so I'm going to get a 12 inch. And after that, remove this bowl, and the same bowl is on the other side, and take all the water out from here and also inside this tank, and go from there. And at the end, I just put a towel or rack at the bottom, and same on the tank. And if you want, you can use a shop wet, but make sure you remove the vacuum bag. Otherwise your soft wet will be wet and water go inside and collapse. So remove the vacuum bag on the soft wet if you plan to use the vacuum. Okay, it's almost gone, so I'm going to use a towel to take off the remaining of the water, so you will be less water coming out from here. Use a screwdriver to pry up the cap, and removing this screw counterclockwise, and same on this side. And after that, you can use a razor blade to cut the caulking and lift up the toilet. if you're not like me, like mine, keep turning and cannot come out, you just have to wriggle a little bit to find the correct position to remove it. Otherwise, just use a hacksaw to cut in the middle, since this is going to be replaced anyway. And at the same time, I'm going to remove these two rubber bolts so the toilet will not be that heavy to bring it to the trash can. Otherwise, the whole piece is pretty heavy and I don't think I can lift it. So just cut the water bottle open and take the water from the tank. So after that, just use a razor blade to cut all around so the old caulking will not stuck on the floor, so it's much easier to lift it up. Okay, I just lift it up. The toilet's still here. I just want to see whether the French is okay. It looks fine. So after that, I will clean out all the old wax and the old connection and see what type they use. And it seems like they have a wax ring and they have something guiding down to the drain. I need to see what that is. They have so many types. They have perfect wax, perfect seal, all the long wax ring product. So let me see what this is. Oh, and also after you clean up, you're supposed to plug the hole back because the sewage gas is coming back. It's not even smell bad, but they can catch fire and bad for your health. So just cover it up as long as you clean it up. Also cover the hole before you clean something up so you won't drop inside the drain. Okay, it seems like just a wax ring, nothing fancy, old-fashioned way, and the French is still okay, seems like. So I'm going to use the same thing after I clean this up. So they go the old-fashioned way, which is just a wax ring. There's no long wax ring product like Perfect Seal or some with combination of rubber and also wax ring and many other rubber products other than wax. So I'm just going to use the same thing, which is just a wax, basic wax ring. Maybe I use the double height. This is how the old toilet looks like. It seems like it's leaking anyway. So the wax ring is supposed to sit perfect on the circle, and you can only do it one time on the old-fashioned wax ring. So now just a thought. What if all the toilet company make this hole or the horn a little bit longer, so every time when you put that in, you already go inside the drain. Just a little bit longer, or long enough to go inside the drain, then we don't have all the leaking wax ring, long wax ring, or the new product coming in to solve this problem. If they build this a little bit longer, basically under the drain, or a little bit longer on the subfloor. Just wonder. So just use a razor blade or some kind of tool to scrape up the old caulking. Okay, all clean up, ready for installation. I will put the toilet first without doing anything and see whether it's level. If not level, I will mark where it's not level and put a string on it. Also remember to clean the wall. I have a lot of dust and dirt over there, so before you forgot about it, after you install it's too late. So clean the wall right now. So right now I'm going to do the installation tomorrow. That's why I cover the hole for now. And also you should also change the connection. I ordered one already, so much easier to do it now than later. It's only $5–10. But remember, clean your wall. Okay, right now I caulk the all the gap with silicone, and hopefully if there is a leak, it will come out faster to the surface rather than go through the concrete. After this, after the silicone is dry, I will put this wax ring in warm water and then put on top of here to have another layer of seal. So, and then I put the regular wax ring with the funnel. So hopefully this is double ensure that you won't have leak. Okay, the game plan is I'm going to use this standard wax ring and put on top of the flange and cover with all the crack or the weak area. And then I have two choices. One is the extra thick reinforced and the other one is the Johni-Rings. I decided to use this one because the diameter is much bigger. The drain is about 4 inch and this is 3.5, and the extra thick reinforced is 2.5. So I think the bigger diameter is better for the toilet to flush down. Much easier, bigger diameter, bigger circumference. So let's go from there. Oh, by the way, if you go to some plumber website, they actually don't like the horn at all. A lot of plumbers just prefer just a wax ring. So I don't know why, because the horn is supposed to guide the water into the drain. So if you know, please let me know and put a comment on it. They actually also don't like the reinforced one too, and they also don't like the horn. Just a plain wax seal is fine for them. Just curious. Also, if you get some toilet bowl, be careful of this one. This is very nice. They are all brass and the quality is very good. However, this happened to me twice. The first one, this side cannot go in. It's too big. And on this one, I can go in, but I cannot turn it and make it hold better. So I cannot turn diagonals. So be careful when you get this one, because the first one happened to me is too big. Second, even though I can go in, I cannot turn to make a better tight and better seat. So I use this instead. But this one is pretty skinny and this one is pretty thick. So so when you are in Home Depot or Lowe's, be aware, just get another set of that rather than go back to the store when this is not working. I use the heat gun, slightly warm up some wax from the wax ring, from another wax ring, and put it on the edge. So any leak is supposed to come out rather than leak inside the concrete. And I will warm up the wax ring, the Johnny wax ring, warm up a little bit, then I stick it over there. And my toilet will be put on top of this 2 pieces of wood because the toilet is very heavy and I don't have 2 people to lift it. So I have to do it step by step. So I put the toilet on top, then I try to align the bolt, and when the time is come, so I just remove one wood and tilt it a little bit, and then the other wood, and then it's supposed to sit perfectly. The key is I don't have enough muscle to hold the toilet and put on top of these two bolts, so I have to do it step by step. Okay, the floor is level, so I don't need to worry much about it. And after I put it up, I will put some trim on it if they are not level. Okay, this is heavy, so I put it up. Right now I mark the drain and the wax ring. So the wax ring is supposed to be there, not pressing in yet. So I'm going to find the center point and then drop it. Now I have to find a way to put the bolt in. Let's see how. So as long as I'm able to put the bolt in, line up, I just drop it by removing this board and later on this board. Oh, by the way, make sure you remove the wrap covering the drain to prevent the odor come out. So just make sure you remove that before you do this part. I removed it, but I didn't take it. So now I just have to find a way to put in the bolt. Also make sure you put in the cover to look at the gap. And I think okay. So if this is okay, and this is the center, I'm going to put in the toilet bolt. By the way, you actually can look through this hole a little bit to try to find the 2 holes for the bolt. This is for the toilet seat, but you can look through here when you lift up your toilet. Okay, I'm able to make it. So basically, you have this hole able to let this particular brand bolt go in. So I just drop it in, and for the plastic, I just push it because it's just plastic, it will collapse. So I just push it down, and after that I find the entry for the hole. And then I move it to the correct position, which is around here. So this is what I did. Put it here. Now I just have to make sure this is have a 98-degree angle on this one. I turn this way. So I'm going to mark something on here. So on the right hand side, a dot or something. So after that, I can always position that way, so you will be stronger. So I will mark something around here. Put a dot on it. I just find out this bolt, you can also go from the bottom and up, and then find the entry hole. So you can go from top or bottom, it depends. how you want to do it the easier way. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side. Then I put a washer and a nut in here. And I put the nut later after I line up the other side. I still have to make some minor adjustment by pushing this wood up or down, left or right. But since they were wood, it's very easy to manipulate. I believe this is how they built the pyramid. I'm going to do the left side, same thing, except this one I don't have much space. Let's see. So this time I go from under, see what happens. Okay, somehow I run into a problem on this one. I have a problem putting this bolt. Maybe it's too long, I may have to cut it or something. So what I decided to do is I just line up with one bolt, and this side is fine. So I remove this one, but I just do this one, maybe just the angle, because I cannot move the toilet. So, and this bolt is on the top and enter from the top position. Okay, let's give this a try. So I only line up this one, and the other one I use the same method. See what happens. Okay, I'm ready to lift this up, but only line up one bolt. And for this one, I'm using the old method, which is the bolt go from the top or fish out from the bottom. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I have to lift up the left, but do the same thing on the right. Now both is in, so. So I just need to do some minor adjustment, left or right, up or down, to find the best position for both bolts. And I will remove this one and then remove that one, and it's supposed to be done after that. Okay, this is as good as you can get, right in the middle, and then this one is right in the middle. No, not hitting any toilet. So I'm going to drop this and later on drop that, and it's supposed to seal perfectly. Hopefully I don't need to do this again. Oh God, finally. So basically, as long as you feel some resistance from the rack swing, you are okay. Because I did not use any extra thick, and according to the internet, since I have a raised fringe, a standard should be fine. So I'm using the standard because I have about 1/8 of a 1/4 inch raise up, so the standard should be fine. Okay, if you want, you can just use a bucket to flush it and see what happens. I'm confident this will be it, so I'm just going to connect the hose and run the water and tighten those bolts and see any leaks. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. Tighten the bolt and follow all the instructions how you put the cap on, and later on you can cut it. But the whacking really helps. As I turn, the marking is go the other way, which is not 90 degree angle. So right now I know the red then is holding tight. So remember, don't over tight this bolt, and otherwise you will crack right here. So I would just hand tight. Same on this side, hand tight. Okay, just a little bit. I take that. Okay, just use a hacksaw or a tool just to cut off, and after that put the cap back. You can just twist it off. And do the same on the other side. And after that, if I check there's no leak, I will cut from here to the front. I will leave the back open just in case there's some leak. The water will come out, or I will smell something rather than damage the foundation. So that's why I put all the wax or the caulking. Make sure you don't go down. Rather than go down, you go to the side, to the surface, so I can see any water around there. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. I'm still waiting for the nail hose, and that's why last night I put a couple of buckets of water to go through it. It looks fine. There's no leak at the back, and I haven't filled up the tank and test this component yet. But as long as I get the pipe, I get the connection, I will perform that task. It's better to change it because this is the good time. Otherwise, next time when you have a leak and you have to put a bucket, put a water bottle to drink the tank, is pretty messy. And also, every connection or control should be changed around 10, 15, 20 years. Otherwise, when you go vacation, they are under pressure, and that is where they leaks. And after that, I will do the caulking. But one thing interesting is, I didn't know they don't do the whole thing. So anything you don't see is not pretty. And I didn't know that. Anyway. Oh, by the way, mine do not need any adjustment over here. So I did not need to turn left or right to raise the bowl up or down to increase the water. So if you need, then you need to adjust that. And now this is how it looks like when you flush. And actually it did save a lot of water, because on the old toilet I'm pretty sure you use a lot more water than this one. So I just changed the new connector over there, so it's supposed to last for another 10-15 years. Also on the cover on the top, this is not defect. Those are for the condensation for the water, cold and warm and hot, that kind of thing. So, and this at the back anyway. Okay, for the caulking I'm using this brand, and the reason for it is this is water cleanup. So compared to silicone, it's so sticky, and you probably cannot make mistake. This one is a little bit water soluble. So after you use a wet sponge, it looks perfect. So what I will do is I clean this all the edge good, and then after that I wet the sponge. After I put all the caulking here, and you can use the finger to clean it up, and after that wet the sponge and just do this. And since this is wet and is water soluble, it will make all the imperfect to look very perfect. So from imperfection to perfection. So give this a try and let me know how it goes. The key, as I say, is water cleanup, and after that you can just clean the sponge out. But the key is after you put it in perfect, and this is wet, so you just touch it and guide it full, and if necessary you can just remove it and redo again because it's water soluble. So, and after that you just clean up the sponge. Thank you so much for watching. I'm all done. Thank you. Please like, subscribe and comment. And if you are sick of keep checking whether you leak, just put a piece of toilet paper at the back and just see whether you get wet once in a while. So if after 1 week still looks good, then you're all good. Thank you. So to me, I will not caulk the whole toilet. I will caulk something start from here all this way, because I would love to see the water leak out at the back. So I probably start from the toilet bowl all this way up to the toilet bowl. And don't worry about the white and the imperfection, because I'm going to touch it up. And after I put the camera down and touch it up, using my fingertip and wet the sponge, and it will look perfect. Okay, this is the first one. It looks ugly, but the second one is I'm going to clean up everything on the tile, and then the third one is this one. This is the key. Okay, second one, I just use some paper towel to clean everything on the tile, such as this edge. Okay, this is second round. I want to clean up all the edge with all this paper towel and all the excess caulking. Now I'm going to wet this punch and just lightly guiding that a little bit inside, and that's about it. And since the white will change to transparent to clear, I'm not worried about it. That's all, folks. So just basically go a little bit. Carefully, don't touch inside, but give it a little bit edge. Okay, this is the final product. Please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.